window dressing. South Carolina Democratic Congressman James Clyburn is the Assistant Democratic Leader and joins me now. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Is this the end of the road for the Super Committee? Is there going to be no solution in time to get it scored by the Congressional Budget Office, meet the deadline of the 23rd, and avoid the automatic cuts?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Andrea. I really believe that we are going to do a deal. I don't know what all this talk is about, Democrats walking away from the table. I'm here in Washington. I've been here all week. All of the Democrats on the Super Committee are here in Washington. We met twice on yesterday. Our staffs are meeting today. We're working on trying to find a way forward. We were given $300 billion in tax cuts, but that was in exchange for $800 billion in revenue in exchange for $800 billion in cuts. What kind of deal is that?
You mean cuts? It was $800 billion in cutting the tax base for many, including wealthy people, and only $350 billion in tax increases.
That's exactly right. And I think that all of the American people would think we need to have our heads examined if we were to accept something like that. Most of the American people know or feel very strongly that the upper income in our society, people that have seen their incomes go up as much as 275% over the last 30 years, and for us to keep giving them additional tax breaks at the expense of all the programs that we need to create jobs in society and to take care of those who find themselves in the twilight years of their lives, that is not anything that any compassionate government ought to be doing. And so we are working very hard. Yes.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I also wanted to ask you about someone you're working very hard alongside, Nancy Pelosi, and what happened last night. Let me play this portion of the debate last night from Herman Cain.
In the previous Congress, it was H.R. 3400, and what that does, it's already been written. We didn't hear about it in the previous Congress because Princess Nancy sent it to committee, and it stayed there. It never came out.
Now, today, Mr. Cain said that he apologized, but he said he's apologizing when pressed because he wanted to get the reporters to stop asking him about it. I don't know if he's been in touch with Nancy Pelosi. I don't know whether you know that. But what's your reaction, first of all, to what he said?
Well, that kind of boorishness that we see on the part of Mr. Cain plays into a narrative that's been out here now for the last 2 weeks. He ought to be very, very careful how he reacts to or treat women going forward. And that was a disrespectful comment about one of the outstanding women in this great country of ours, someone who earned her way into the speakership. And I believe for him to denigrate her and her position that way is just unbecoming of a Southern gentleman. I am from South Carolina. He's from Georgia. Us Southern gentlemen just don't act that way.
Do you think he should apologize to her?
Absolutely he should, and not reluctantly, and not because he wants the media to stop talking about it, but because he is a Southern gentleman. At least I would like to.
Jim Clyburn, thank you very much, Congressman. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Up next, the political